What's up, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we take our turn to Tiger Town, too, with the longtime ball coach of the Newton Falls boys basketball team, Roy Sembach, joining me today. Coach, how we doing, man?
Doing good, Ty. Pleasure to be here and ready to get going here for another season.
Another season back at it there in Tigers basketball country. Talk to me about some of the rosters this season, too, some of the names we should get used to, and just what you're seeing right now in scrimmage season.
Okay, first of all, we lost 7 seniors from last year's team. We lost all 5 starters, so for a lot of teams, you would say it'd be doom and gloom and use that word that we won't. We refuse to use here in Tiger Country of rebuild. We have a good amount of players off of a very good JV team and some underclassmen who got some really good minutes on varsity last year that are ready to go. And the team is excited. They're playing hard. And we're getting better every day. And being that we're going to be a very young team, we're a team that looks to really, really improve as the season goes on and peak, come tournament time. Our roster's filled with, again, we only have 3 seniors on the roster. One, Dallas Dunlap, he played a lot of minutes last year on our varsity. He's a real steady kid. Just sometimes you don't even notice him, and I say that in a positive way, that you won't see, because he rarely does anything wrong, and then you'll look in the box score and he'll have 9 or 10 points, 4 or 5 rebounds, and 3 or 4 assists. Dallas, a very good shooter, and he's going to be a key man for us. Another senior we have is AJ Collins. He's we don't have much size, and AJ is one of the few that has a little bit at 6'2". AJ never played basketball until his freshman year, and he was really raw coming in, and he's really, really improved, and he should give us some defense around the rim, and his scoring looks like it's improved as well too. Our third senior, Dylan Smithberger, just a great program kid. Knows he's maybe not as skilled as some of the other guys in that, but loves being a Tiger and competing, and he helps us every day with how hard he practices, his attitude, and hopefully he'll get some playing time for us. But he makes us better every single day that we're out there on the gym floor. Our junior class, it starts with Phil Davis. Phil got a ton of playing time as a sophomore last year, and we really expect him to become one of the premier players in the area this year. He's a strong, athletic kid, 6-foot guard. He can shoot it, he can drive it, he can defend. We're hoping for big things out of Phil. Another junior got playing time last year, Chase Clonch, a little spark plug for us. He's small in size, but man, he's big in heart, and he plays really hard. He uses his size to his advantage. I think he's going to do a good job. A few other juniors we have that will should get playing time. Dallas Dillon really came on last year at the end of the year on the JV team. He can shoot it. What's impressed me about Dallas is he's really improving at the other parts of his game, willing to work at them, his ball handling, his defense, and so on. Leland Vargo, another really good, solid kid who also can shoot it. It's going to play minutes. We have Tyler Stinson, one of the only other guy we have with some size at 6'2" or so. Very active defensively, very good around the rim and rebounding and hustles all the time. And then we have Connor Dunlap, who plays a big position for us, even though he's only about 5'9", but he's really rough and tough and scrappy. And then also we'll probably get some playing time for us. We have 2 freshmen we're really excited about. We have Drayson Moore, who's going to be an outstanding guard, and Mason Dillon, who's going to be more of a wing type of a player. Both those guys are very talented for their age, and all those guys I mentioned have a chance of playing for us this year.
Coach, you mentioned it too, that refuse to rebuild mentality too, and you guys consistently put out quality teams regardless of what you guys have, maybe skill wise, maybe talent wise, and I think it's just all a credit to what you guys do and getting them to believe in the program. But talk to me about what the I guess blueprint is, what the key is to not having such big turnovers. You have a big turnover rate too. Lose a lot of seniors, but you've done that before in the past, and you've shelled out winning teams. What's the key to that? What's the secret to that?
Yeah, we've been blessed. We've had one losing season since 1997, and we've been in this situation several times where we've lost, big senior classes and that. Well, we try to keep kids involved in the program. We start them out very young at my youth camp in the summer, starting from first grade on up, and we keep as many kids involved in the program as we can, because you're always going to have some kids drop off at some point in time for some reason or another. So like last year, we lost a lot of people, but our JV team, I think, went 20-2, 19-2, something like that. It was a very, very strong program. We have kids that buy into being a Tiger. These kids really enjoy the pride of playing for our school and playing for the community of Newton Falls. It's special. It's like, myself, I could have coached a lot of different places. I get to coach where I grew up, where I played, where I'm from. And it makes it just a little bit more special when you're playing, when you have that pride in your home and your community, and the kids are involved. There's the big saying around here all the time is, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. And like I said, we've had a big turnover, but we have another group of Tigers that are ready to go. And, we have our deficiencies this year, but we have our strengths, and we're skilled and we're athletic. And I think we really can shoot it. And hopefully that'll make up for, the two biggest weaknesses is lack of size and lack of experience. But I do think we'll be a very competitive team and could surprise and be a really good team if things gel the way I hope they can.
Coach, you talk about this conference too, and I feel like it's one of those that always prepares you guys for the tournament. And also the non-conference schedule you guys usually put together, I feel like does a good job of that as well. Highlight both of those too, what you expect from the conference and some of the non-conference games that you feel like will test your boys this year.
Yeah, I think our conference is going to be a little better this year than it's been the past couple of years. La Brea, again, still has a really good group and got a couple additions as well that'll make them probably the league favorite. Again, this year they got great size, and they got a really good player in Rowe. They're going to be good. I think Southeast could be a sleeper. I think they got a really talented kid, and they're well coached. They're going to be, I think, scrappy and good. Brookfield, I think it could be a very good team. They're kind of like us in that I don't think they have a lot of size, but they have some really good guard play. And Liberty's kind of a wild card too. So that I think there's some talent there that they could turn their season around. So, and the league, good coaches throughout. So even the teams that are lesser talented, it's always a challenge to beat some of those teams, because you're going to be in for a battle from a coaching standpoint. Non-league this year, we picked up one, Mineral Ridge, who I expect to be one of the stronger, smaller schools in the year. And I say smaller, they're actually in our Division 6. They should be pretty good. We've got Salem. We have Rootstown. We have Ravenna. Off the top of my head, Ravenna, a bigger school that we open up with, is always a good testing point to go against some of their athleticism. So we have the traditional small school power in Wyndham, who we play every year. We have Lakeview out of the NE08 to play. So real variety of non-league games that will test us early, and some of them like Salem and Rootstown we have toward the end of the year that will get us hopefully ready. A couple good battles going into the tournament.
I always like this question for coaches too, because I feel like it definitely differs, because in the game of basketball, there's definitely more than one way to get the job done and more than one way to be successful. What does your version of great basketball look like, and has it changed over the years?
Well, it changes all the time based on your personnel. Now, the things that don't change, you got to play great defense in order to win. You got to take care of the ball in order to win. It certainly helps to have a good shooting percentage to win. Now, how you get there is what changes all the time. Like, last year we were a stronger, bigger, more physical team, and we were much more half court oriented. This year for us to be successful defensively and on those things, we're going to have to play much more up tempo, much faster pace. So I guess to answer your questions, the fundamentals, you've got to be solid fundamentally, no matter what you do. And then based on your personnel, whether you have size, whether you have quickness, whether you have shooting, depending on when you have depth, which I think we do have depth this year, then you adjust how you're going to play based upon what you have. At the college level, you can recruit the players that you want. Well, some high schools recruit the players they want to, but you can recruit the players you want and fit into the system that you want to run. I think in high school, mostly you have to take the players you have and develop a system in order to put them in the best position for them to have success. And that's what we try to do. We try to teach the fundamentals, do the fundamentals as well as we can, and then look at our personnel and say what style of play is going to give these kids the best chance for them to achieve success at this level.
How you teach those fundamentals is you get all those boys together for practice. When you are able to do that, what's your favorite part of practice?
I don't know if I have a favorite part of practice, but that's, people ask me so long, I've been doing this, for so long, how do you do it? And I still really enjoy practice. To me, the process is trying to take a kid and a team both and get better each and every day throughout the season. So then when that season's done, you say you've done as much as you could to become the best that you can be. And to me, that's what it's all about. Wins and losses will take care of themselves as well if you do that. It's just a matter. I don't care if we're 19-0 or 0-19. We want to be better in game 20. And that's our philosophy all the time. And that comes in, we develop our practices with the design of getting better each and every day. And practice is, thoroughly enjoyable. I may not have, what's good about our program, I may not have the energy that I had, 25 years ago, but I hope I'm a little smarter. But I've got great assistants. Mike Massinetz is one of the top assistants in the area. He would make a tremendous head coach. We have Dan Rankin back as our JV coach, and we have Pat Harnicher and Caleb Howard who help out as well. I have a tremendous staff. I would not be coaching still at this point in time if I didn't have great coaches, loyal coaches, Tiger coaches who are here and have the same philosophy as me. It really makes things a lot easier and makes things run smoother for us.
You talk about seeing growth of your players over time. You want to be better by game 20 than game 1, too. I know stats are a great way to measure that, but it doesn't always tell the full story of growth. How are some other ways that you and your coaching staff measure growth in players over time?
Well, it's just, simply, when we evaluate video, whether it's practice video or whether it's scrimmage video or game video, we will pick out the things that maybe need improvement. For example, we might not have a kid who on defense jumps to the ball every time, puts themselves in position. We'll pick out those fundamental things that can improve, and then we'll evaluate it from game to game and see how they are getting better. Statistically, they can get better. Their shooting percentage can get better. Usually shooting percentage will only get better because maybe we find that they're taking some bad shots and they start learning it and taking better shots. Their shooting percentage improves. So it's we use film extensively to see where the flaws are. And we all have flaws. All of our players, nobody's perfect. Basketball is a hard game to play, and all our players have flaws. All our coaches, at times we have flaws ourselves, and we're always looking just to find those things that'll make us stronger, tougher, better, and ready for the next game.
You've been a head ball coach for so many teams, too. Countless young men you've served as a role model for. What do you think one of the best compliments you could receive as a coach is?
Well, I don't coach to get compliments in that. I just, most of our guys, I guess the compliments when they come back, the compliment is how many of our guys come back. They come to practice when they're home from college. When they're done with that and they graduate and have jobs, they come back. They'll send me a text. They'll wish me luck for the season. It's just the relationship you had, the lifetime relationship you have with your former players who sometimes they didn't like you when they were playing because you're pushing them all the time, but when they're older and they respect it and they really appreciate it at that point in time. I guess that's the compliment, knowing that so many of them have been successful and they appreciate it. They might not appreciate it at the moment, but when it's all said and done, they really appreciate it and really take a lot of pride in being a Tiger and supporting the Tigers in the future.
Kind of goes right into my next question, my last question for you today, Coach, too. And you kind of talked about it. You hit the nail on the head. You don't do it for the compliments, but it's deeper than the game of basketball, too. For you, what moment made you realize this job was more than just the sport of basketball?
I think I always kind of knew it because I played and coached under Gene Zorn, who was above and beyond a great basketball coach, he was the best teacher I ever had, and one of the finest human beings that anybody can be around. So I think I learned that at a very early age. That Coach Zorn, playing for him, you knew he cared about you as a person, and he pushed you on the court, he pushed you in the classroom, but he cared about you, and he wanted to see your success as a total person. And I think I just learned that right out of the gate. From him, I kind of knew that coaching just wasn't about a game and winning or losing games. It's a total a great educational experience, hopefully for anybody who plays, and that's what we've had some kids in our program who hardly get the play. But they've come back and been coaches for me, and that it's just they knew that just being involved in the program, and that was a great experience for them. And so it's a total experience of hopefully becoming the best person you can be, and hopefully I have and my assistants play a role in developing the kids in that total person.
Coach, well, we're wishing you the best of success here from YSN in Tiger Town this year. Even though with you at the helm and the rest of your coaching staff, I don't think I think that'll all take care of itself too. Best of luck though on the court this year, Coach, and we'll be seeing you and the Newton Falls Tigers real soon.
Ty, I appreciate it, and these kids are going to work hard and hopefully make our community proud. Again, appreciate you guys doing this for high school sports. It's good publicity for all the schools, and thanks again for what you do.
Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck this season, Coach.
Thank you.